Hello everyone, we got a hot battle coming up with long history behind it, which is always cool. This is a tournament game for Pokemon World Cup on Pokemon Perfect. Semi-finals, Team Europe against Team Greece. I have 4 wins, 3 losses this tournament, which is a decent score, and my team is in semi-finals. Speaking of my team, I'm playing for Europe, and this guy Pharaoh is playing for Team Greece. It's ORAS, aka Generation 6, which means we have shit like Mega Medicham, Clefable, all that fun stuff. And now you may be wondering, Sav, my guy, aren't you Greek yourself? Since you're clearly the GOAT, right? You're clearly the GOAT. Why are you not playing for Greece, your country? Well, I used to. Back in 2016, I first joined Team Greece. Then 2 years after, I was able to play my first Smogon World Cup for Team Greece, playing ORAS in a group against Blender, EO, and Star Master. I performed well, winning 2 games against 2 absolutely beast players compared to me, as I never had experience in such competition. And I only lost to Star Master. Unfortunately, my team had the worst record ever in history of World Cup, 23 losses and 7 wins, including my 2 games won, by the way. So there's that. The year after, we played another World Cup. It's history time. We played another World Cup with Team Greece. This time it was Sword and Shield, not ORAS, that I wasn't as good at. And I ended up winning 2 games, one in the qualifying round against a user called UMBD, and one in the actual tournament against the user called Bea. Then lost 2 games against Kebab and Roses. That year there was a lot of shit going on Team Greece. A lot of toxicity in the group chats between the players, so behind their backs, instead of like support a good team tournament environment. We had some ghosting situations that I don't want to dig too deep about. And overall, I was one way or another involved into all that shit that I absolutely dislike, because I was in this team. So as soon as the tournament ended, I dropped a long ass message that this was one of the worst tournament experiences of all time, especially compared to other years, that even though we were still losing as a team, there was never actual hate or shit talking between the players. We were like a group of 50 people, Ben, compared to like from 50 people from the same country fighting for our team against demon teams with very relevant players, very big names. And instead of us being like one punch together, we were all over the place talking shit about each other. So I left Team Greece and joined Team Europe. And since then, I've been the main player for ORAS in Team Europe, in tournaments outside of Smogon, and got the opportunity for many years since I left Team Greece to play against them and win every time, which is lovely. I'm very grateful I was able to join this team, made a bunch of friends, met a lot of cool people, and very talented players too that Team Europe has. So yeah, with all that said, now you have an idea of what's going on between our teams and why, outside of being in semifinals, we both want to win this game. There's more story about this whole situation, with even more juicy stuff about Team Greece that I could discuss in a different video. But right now, let's just focus on the game itself. Semifinals, Pokemon Perfect World Cup, me and Team Europe against Team Greece. So this tournament I have lost 3 games with random teams, then have won 4 games in a row, all with this team you're seeing in your screen. Medicham, Suicune, bulky offense. I haven't done a single change to this team for years, and use it round after round to get win after win, even though my opponents know I'm going to use it, so they prepare against it. Now, looking at my opponent's team, this is a very balanced type of core with Kofagrigus, Clefable, Megalarias, Gastrodon, Hydra, and Skarmory. Good preparation against my team. Kofagrigus is a very nice option for Medicham, because you can Will-O-Wisp it, you're immune to High Jump Kick, which is one of the few ways you can like actually deal with Medi. And even things like that Medicham gets opportunities to click High Jump Kick against, for example, Hichan. They have Protect, you have a lot of fighting resist, psychic resist, so the team is well equipped for Medicham, which is smart of them to use, obviously. They have a solid switch for Hichan, Gastrodon, and their Hichan, unless they don't have Earth Power. Tornadoes, they have sticky hold Gastrodon over Storm Drain, which is smart, because you basically in a balance type of team like this, you value having a Pokemon that doesn't lose its item to knockoff, because knockoff is one of the ways my team gets value versus slower fat teams. Slowly but surely you get rid of their items, their leftovers, their rocky helmets, whatever shit they have, and you're able to weaken them. Now they have sticky hold, Gastrodon, so they cannot lose their items in knockoff, and they don't even need the Scald immunity because they can just clear smoke my Calm Minds, so they're good versus that. Plus they have knockoff Calm Mind Clefable themselves, so they can knock off my team, I can't, which is really nice. For them, not for me. But yeah, we still have a lot of tools going on. That's why I like this team, because I can break through whatever they bring against me, no matter how many counter picks they have, no matter how much good matchup they have. My team has options versus both fat and offense because of how good Suicune, because of how good utility Larias is with Thunderwave, Roost, Defog. They can absorb all hits from Clefables, from opposing Larias, from whatever you want. So I'm very happy about this team, and that's why I keep using it, and I'm gonna continue using it. But yeah, we have for us the win gun is, there are 2 win guns that I have. Obviously Larias, again, as we said, I can T-Wave basically the majority of their Pokemon except the Gastrodon, and T-Wave gives me a lot of value versus them without like it's a sneaky type of value, right? It's a slow little yellow color that gives me a tiny bit, a couple of opportunities to get a couple more hits before they get hits against me. They get a yellow, they get a yellow color on their clef. Now I can set headbutt that thing, and I have great chances of not getting hit by Moonblast, which is really nice. That's just one example. Outside of that, I wanna weaken the Cofagrigus, so my Medicham can click high jump kick, because Clef, Skarmory and Larias not really appreciate the high jump kick. Medicham is a strong ass motherfucker. This Pokemon is very powerful, so if used correctly, you can get a lot of value with it, but you gotta use it correctly. So with all that said, let's get into the game. Also, sorry for this 4-minute intro or whatever, but I would really appreciate a subscribe. It helps my channel's growth, and you can move it whenever you want to. It's free, but if not, just enjoy the video. Alright, let's get in the game. So I'm gonna lead with my boy Ferrothorn, because it's good versus literally everything except Hitchan. It's good versus Clef, it's good versus Cofagrigus, it's good versus Castro, Larias, Skarmory, all that fun stuff. Defog on Skarmory, I have Defog on my Larias. Hazards are big for this game, and they unfortunately with Hitchan, which is a smart lead for their part, because I have a Medicham lead that is good versus the team overall, or Tornado's lead that I have Gastrodon for, that I cannot knock off their item. So Hitchan with Protect is very smart, because I cannot AJK that thing, and they can put me in an awkward situation with Cofagrigus plus Hitchan against my Medicham. And it also seems to be good versus my Ferrothorn. I don't know if they expected that. Either way, we gotta switch into our boy... Where do I switch? I switch to my boy Larias. I'm trying to get early T-Waves and Defogs and all that fun stuff. So we go for this. I know I leave Moonblast easily because of my max HP EV spread. And they go for a knockoff. I don't give a shit about my Colbur, because I don't have any dark types that threaten me. Colbur for Larias is usually important for slowing down with T-Wave things like Weavile and Scarf Tyranitar, so then my Medicham can high jump kick them after. So that's why I have Colbur Larias with it, and then go into my Hitchan as a double knock, which is very smart. But I'm able to get my Rocks up against the Gastrodon. In hindsight, I don't know if that was the best play. Like, Gastrodon is safe against Hitchan always. But I get Rocks, you don't, and you have this slow ass thing that doesn't really give you much value. So I'm getting points here, they lose points. So I gotta switch to my Suicune, because this doesn't allow a double switch into the Hitchan or Skarmory to try and defog that they could have done against my Ferrothorn. So I go Suicune, they scold me, I have rest, so even if they burn me, I don't care. I Calm Mind right here, because I know they have a sticky hold, and I'm gonna try to get early damage with my Suicune. Now, Suicune is not gonna win for me. Roar is very nice with hazards up, but it's not gonna win for me, mainly because they have clear smoke on Gastrodon. But it's a very nice tool that I can use early on in the game to get key burns. A burn versus Cofagrigus to slowly weaken it, and then be able to beat it with Medicham and then click high jump kick. That's the game plan, right? You use Suicune. Clefable is not gonna beat me. They can knock off with Clefable. Actually, the way they should be dealing with this Suicune is going to their Clef, knock off my leftovers, and then go into the Gastrodon to clear smog. But they do random shit. They go into their Heatrons. They do random stuff that I don't understand. Then they go into their Larias. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. As I roar, we get a little bit of Rocks chip on the Larias, and this is what we want. I'm trying to burn this thing. They go into the Gastrodon, and burn on this Pokemon is not bad either. And we don't get it, unfortunately. We gotta be able to click Toxic here. Clear Smog me. Well, recover then clear Smog, obviously, because they don't risk getting crit. Right. Okay, now clear Smog. I'm still fishing for that nice little burn. Actually, no, I roared. I don't know why I roared. I get a decent. I get a little bit of damage on Gaston. I got a little bit of damage on Larias. I have my rocks up, and I can rest anytime with my Suicune. Now I calc. Dex doesn't do more than 35. Max roll it should be 35, so I can rest the next turn. Start a little bit of PP as well. And they unfortunately, I go for Skull that don't burn me. They unfortunately crit me immediately with a Hex, and now I'm dying to Toxic, which is really bad, really bad. Like turn 15, I mean, I've lost a big Pokemon already for no damn reason. This sucks. I could have prevented it by going for Rest immediately, not risk this, but I guess I misplayed here. I don't know. Like, I feel like you gotta consider critical hits. You gotta consider them, but at the same time, my game plan was to fish for a burn versus Kofagricus. So if I rested right here and then wasted 3 more turns, they would just switch back to Gastrodon, clear Smog, do the same shit, and now I have to face these spikes too. So I like the opportunities that I got to click Scald versus Kofagricus and eventually get a burn. So that's why I took the small risk of like 4%, but yeah, we got punished immediately. So there's that. We are playing 5 versus 6 now. I can go into my Heatran right now. They don't know my set. Double into Medicham. This double switch deals with both Heatran and Gastrodon that could switch to my Heatran. They don't know if I have Magma Storm. That would be annoying for the Kofagricus. They would do a shit ton of damage. Lava Plume could also burn the Kofagricus. And the 2 switches would be Gastro or Heatran. They decided to go Heatran over Gastro, which is smart, I guess, because I could have clicked Toxic as well. And I double into my Medicham. I am expecting Protect, obviously, so I'm gonna Zen Headbutt, which is a good midgun versus Protect and Kofagricus, and we do get the play right. And then I HK the turn after, and he goes Skarmory. This misses. So I lose 50% of my HP. This would have been very big, and I'm explaining why. Killing this Pokemon, but I wouldn't kill with one HK, but it would have been in Rocks range or Zen Headbutt range. So you would have to either take more damage after with your team and try to deal with my Medicham, like going to hard. You cannot go hard Kofagricus. You would have to go something like Larias, or you would have to sack this. No, you cannot switch. I HK here. You are at 12%. And I Zen Headbutt after, and I kill you. If you switch into Zen Headbutt, you lose more stuff. You lose your Skarmory because it's gonna die to rocks, and you lose another Pokemon too. So this is really nice for us. Unless you switch into your Heatran, and then we had a 50-50 situation again with Protect and HK. That's the only thing that you would have done if you're a madman and switch Heatran into a Medicham. So I miss HK there, which sucks. If I was able to kill the Skarmory, this meant I would be able to get hazards. They wouldn't be able to get as many hazards versus me. I would be able to get all my hazards and then Leech Seed, HK, Heatran, knock off Toxic with Tornadoes, Hurricane, all that stuff with like 3 spikes and Stealth Rocks on the field. Would have been very big. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. I would have my Medicham healthy too, but we miss immediately after the Suicune crit. So this is really bad. Really, really bad. Very bad odds. I didn't say shit with the chat because I was really focused. I didn't want to lose. But it didn't seem very good for me when all that crap happened. Let me drink some water. Good water. Anyway, we missed that shit too. So I'm like, I'm feeling real bad. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose the Greeks. That's bad. That's bad looks. So I switched to my Heatran, to my Tornadoes. Tornadoes is a good utility because I can knock off everything except Gastro or U-turn or Hurricane or whatever. Get a little bit of. It's a fine mid-ground, I guess. It's a fine mid-ground. I'm gonna U-turn a field. Or did I knock off? I don't remember. I knocked off the Clef. I don't know why they didn't go Gastro, but they went Clef, which is nice. I knock off its item, and then maybe the U-turn, get a little more chip, and go to my Heatran or Ferrothorn apparently. Good. Knock off. I didn't expect Flamethrower. I expected Moonblast Softboil. and Calm Mind. So I go Feral, get a little spike as they go Skarmory, and we get what I do. They trade instead of defogging, which dump of them. You should have defogged and then get something else in. Spikes trading against my rocks too, not very wise. And I go hard into my Medic. I'm expecting a roost or a switch. He goes spikes again, which is also dump because you don't heal your Skarmory as well. And now I'm gonna predict the Kofagrigus. Skarmory was in range of HK, so I'm gonna predict the Kofagrigus and Jet Headbutt Raw. Very nice place by me. Come on, you gotta admit, man. You gotta win, man. That was fire shit. So we deal with the HK resist. Now I can click that shit and everything bops. Pop, 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 pop. Everything drops down. So this is really nice. We then head by the Skarmory. They misplayed. Good. We take those. And now they're gonna be able to get their clef in. And I misplayed right after. I completely forgot. Mommy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say, oh, this was some genius shit. I predicted this. No, I just forgot. I lost my pure power. I was excited. I was excited, and I and I almost choked the game. Thankfully, though, if you combine the Zen Headbutt chance and the Thunder Wave, we were able to flinch this shit down. And now I realized I did 27. I'm mommy. I switch immediately. Then I even get lucky. I Hurricane confuse this thing. I mean, you could have been barred. You could have. These are good odds for us. This is different from like missing HK and getting crit immediately. These are odds that if you combine them with Thunder Wave, they are in my favor to get. Well, maybe if not in my favor, they are very likely to happen. Okay, so you're not gonna tell me, oh, you lacked him. No, he lacked me. This motherfucker lacked me. I click one HK to deal with your Skarmory, and I miss it. I click Skulls to burn your fucking Kofagrigus and Gastrodon. I don't burn shit, I get crit immediately. Like, you're not gonna tell me I lacked you because your Clef was played recklessly. No, you can suck my dick. So, we get that little Hurricane. Now you're in range of Heat Wave, and we're able to deal with Clef too, which is real nice. I'm gonna knock off the Hitchan, which by the way is good for us because it didn't go Gastrodon, that is a knockoff immunity, and he goes Hitchan, so no more longevity on your Hitchan, and I have hazards down, and he's gonna click Stealth Rocks. Good for you. I'm gonna weaken the Hitchan even more as he roars, and I go into my own Hitchan. So I'm like, protect, Stealth Rocks, roar. You are the worst set of all time. You are the worst set of all time. I'm just gonna taunt you. So that was funny as fuck. I just go for a taunt. Now I know they're walled by me. I didn't click Lava Plume or Will-O-Wisp because if they stayed in for whatever reason, I cannot touch them by the way. If they stayed in and got the Flash Fire boost, then I don't know, man. Okay, I know, but I don't know how to say it. Okay, so I Will-O-Wisp that thing. He gets Flash Fire boost. He then clicks Lava Plume, and then I click my shit. I have more PP than them, but I was afraid. How do I say this, bro? I was afraid of the turn that I'm gonna taunt after because we're both walled. So the goal is that I'm trying to PP stall them with taunt. They have limited PP on the Lava Plume, but I have to taunt them one of these turns. And if I taunt them, then they are able to switch out that turn, so they can protect me. So this was a little bit safer because I just taunt. Oh, I didn't taunt again. I Stealth Rocks. I'm stupid. I should have taunted again so they don't heal. Anyway, or they don't toxic. Anyway, yeah, I misplayed. That's what I'm trying to explain. No, I didn't misplay, but I didn't click Lava Plume to give him Flash Fire boost and then switch into my taunt. So I don't know. This was meh. The taunt was smarter. Taunt was smarter. Will-O-Wisp would have been ideal, but taunt was smarter. So I'm gonna switch to my no. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp because Scald is not gonna kill me, and I don't need my Hitchan anymore. It did a job. I got the rocks up. I got all I wanted, and I was able to pressure their Hitchan, keep my hazards up, and I'm gonna simply trade, prevent him from healing, and trade Hitchan for value against Gastrodon and value against their Hitchan. So now I'm gonna go Feral, Leech Seeds, Power Whips, all that fat stuff are free. They're gonna go into their Skarmory. I Leech Seeded it thankfully, so I'm gonna be able to keep my Ferrothorn full. Look at how good Ferrothorn now looks with Kofagrigus dead, with no more Calm Mind knockoff Clef that is able to beat Ferrothorn by the way because of Magic Guard. No more leftovers on the Hichan, no good defog, hazard control, all that stuff. But they do have reflect, what's it called? Reflect type Larias, which means he's immune to my Lich Seed and resists my Jarrow Ball and Power Whip. So this is good for them. But my Feather looks great. Lich Seeds are free, Whips are for free. I go to my Tornadoes because it's a good mid ground. I can Heat Wave for free. I can Hurricane for free. If he goes Hichan, I'm just gonna knock it after. So these are good stuff for us. This is good stuff. I'm gonna click my... what do I click? I click Heat Wave because it doesn't miss. And I don't want to scare me to do random stuff first me. They go Gastro. I go Pharaoh. We jerk off a little bit. Do some funny stuff. Let me drink some water again. Back to Skarmory as a Lich Seed. No, a Power Whip like a jerk. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I do very much here. I just gotta play the long game. Play patiently and not risk for no reason. So click Lich Seeds. I go back to my Larias. And I can click Ice Beams with my Larias for free because I have so many hazards up. I'm gonna defog because they got 3 layers. And I was able to get the Larias into defog before they were gonna do funny business with Whirlwind if they had that. But I know they're Roost. I know they're defog and probably an attack, either counter of Brave Bird. So I go in my Larias, I defog as they're gonna be able to get their Clear Smog Castodon in to recover. And I'm gonna switch it to my Medicham as they recover. HJK gives me a kill right now, which is really nice. I'm gonna click it. Gastrodon drops. Very nice. Medicham does the job. Skarmory comes out. I know it's not at all. He leaves easily and he clicks counter. So this shed is trash. I'm gonna be able to Ice Beam, get a 3% of the Hichan, slowly but surely weakening. Now we get a little yellow, and this looks good for us. I'm gonna be able to use my Tornadoes to slowly weaken everything, and the goal now is simple. Don't let... Oh, Give me a second. Give me a second. Alright, the goal is simple. You don't want to give opportunities for these Latias to heal. So I want to knock off every time U-turn and prevent it from clicking Calm Minds for free. I want it to Calm Mind as I Thunder Wave it with my Larias, because I know he's a Calm Mind Reflect type set. So we're gonna do a little bit of U-turn, a bit of this. My Larias leave the Ice Beam anyway, so this is very free for us. He goes back to Hichan as I Thunder Wave. I'm gonna be able to defog, Ice Beam, and eventually beat them with Larias plus Medicham. So I'm gonna be able to recover. They get paralyzed. Now they're gonna click the rocks. I'm gonna be able to keep clicking knockoff, U-turn, blah blah blah. As they heal, they go back to Hichan. I safely click Thunder Wave, defog, Ice Beam, the same shit. Knockoff again, U-turn. As they roost, I defog right here. Yeah, we do the same shit again. But wait, there's a twist. He burns me right here with the lava plume. So this is, it doesn't matter very much. I still have a lot of PP. I still have the tools to win. I just gotta play patient with my turn. They make a good switch into their Latias, which gives them an opportunity to set up or heal as a click Huter into my Latias, and now they can roost. And now they can either switch back into their Hichan, or they can try to beat me 1v1 and sweep my whole team with Calm Mind Reflect type against my Pharaoh. Ferrothorn is the #1 tool I have versus them, but they have Reflect type. So if they do that, they are gonna be 4 times weak to fire, and they're gonna be weak to HAK. So all I have to do is T-wave them, right? Ice Beam is a good mid-ground, hits Hichan and hits this for a little bit of chip. I see they stay in, so I'm just gonna recover, and then I'm gonna Thunder Wave them. Thunder Wave them real quick. Go. Alright, I T-wave them. So now they're slowing down my Medicham. So as soon as I go Pharaoh, as soon as they Reflect type, they lose. So if they get paralyzed, I get a Lich Seed. So if they don't get paralyzed, they click that, they are Steel type and fire weak. So I go to my turn. They keep boosting, blah blah blah. We Heat Wave. Now they're gonna be forced to heal. So I U-turn and I get my Medicham, and this is game over. That's my boy Medicham. That is my fucking guy, man. I love this Pokemon, man, so much. It killed so many Pokemon that it shouldn't have done, even if I misplayed against the Clef. This game wasn't perfect by me or by my opponent. Obviously, my opponent is bad, but nah, they're fine. They're better with offense. But it wasn't played well. But it wasn't played perfectly by me either. There were a lot of turns that I could have done other stuff with Suicune. I could have rested earlier and not risk it. I risked it because I valued the Scald Burn on Cofagrigus, which was the main game plan to win with my Medicham after. I misplayed versus the Clef. When I was Mummy, I didn't notice. I was excited. I didn't notice. But there was a lot of good turns too. Right? There was a lot of good turns. I got many opportunities with my Medicham to come in for no reason because I played aggressively. I made many correct plays to maneuver around Ghost type against my HAK and then the Steel types against my Zen Headbutt. So we got all these plays right. I played my Latias. I played my Latias well, so I get key Thunder Waves. They misplayed against with a Gastron and a Hitchan, losing their items for no reason. But overall, it was a good game. Again, mistakes and good plays. So that's why it's good, like analyzing. That's why I'm doing these replay analysis videos, because we can watch together. Okay, I did this good, I did this bad, I did this incredible, I choked here. That's how you kind of like improve, I feel, watching your games, especially if you consider them important, and learn by your mistakes and the good turns that you did. So I highly recommend it if you're trying to improve as a player to be doing that, because you can clearly see, even if you consider yourself top tier player, very relevant name, whatever, you can always find mistakes or turns that you could have done something different. But yeah, this was the game for semifinals against Team Greece. I'm very happy I won that shit. Again, I haven't lost against this guy ever. And then they slide into my DMs talking shit that I was lucky and I had a good match. Come on, man, you're using Cofagrigus versus my Medicham. Like, get the fucking clear smoke shit versus my shit. Like, didn't even bother responding. Like, they do that shit every time I beat them. But the other times I responded, this time couldn't care less. But yeah, I'm just happy I won, and I hope my team wins as well, and we get into finals. That I'm gonna post on my channel too if we progress into finals. We will progress to the finals because my team is fire as fuck. I'm very excited to see how my team does. But yeah, let me know how you feel about the games and the whole story between me and Team Greece. Obviously, no hate to everyone. This is a game, and to anyone, not everyone. Actually, to everyone, yeah, because there are no hate to everyone, because there are some people in Team Greece that I really like, and I like them as players. I like them as people too. There's this guy called Sakis. There's this guy called CPU, Bluebird, Astamatito. Some very good players. Some people that are good, Golfino. Some people that I consider friends of mine too. But yeah, anyway, hope you liked the video. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, and bye bye everyone. Peace. Have a good day.